Good morning. Welcome. This is the Core Connection. I'm Mira Rubin, and we're kicking off the new year talking about re-entry because a bunch of us maybe took time between Christmas and New Year's over the holidays to unplug and create a real break between last year and the beginning of this new year. So we're going to talk about what it means to be re-entering and what we might be bringing differently to our new year. So before we get started, let's take a minute or two to get present. Let's take a deep breath in through your nose and hold it. And imagine clean, crisp oxygen flooding your lungs, flowing into your bloodstream, nourishing all your cells, all your organs, and bringing vital life energy to your body and being. And as you exhale any tension, stress, negativity, fatigue. And now let's take another deep breath in through your nose and hold it. And imagine brilliant bright light lighting you up from the inside out, illuminating, electrifying, energizing all your molecules, all your cells, all your electrons, and just creating this brilliant beam of light from your heart out into the world. And as you exhale any remaining tension, stress, negativity, fatigue. And now let's just gently press our palms together and very, very softly rub your fingers against your palms to feel the deliciousness of that sensation, just the tickling, the tingling. Allow your fingertips to really be present and feel what it feels like to be moving them across your skin, and allow all that sensation to bring you present right here, right now. And welcome. It's a new year. I'm sure that I'm not the only one that is glad to see 2021 pass. It was a challenging year in so many ways for so many of us. And what brought, I'm sure, I know it did for me, brought wonderful lessons and opportunities and growth. So now we get to start fresh. And I love the idea of starting fresh, this kind of arbitrary marker of a new year allows us to recalibrate, or I guess we're always allowed to recalibrate, but we don't always take full advantage of that opportunity. So I'm just checking to see that we are live on Facebook, because I do not see any comments yet. And we are. So I'm not sure what's happening with the comments, but I'm here. So anyway, reset, and re-entry. I know that it's kind of tradition to make New Year's resolutions, and I think that rather than resolutions, having intentions, to have clarity of our intention, we can always keep recalibrating to intentions, whereas resolutions are more like goals that you can either make those goals or not make those goals. I broke the resolution, so it's broken. But intentions are different in that we don't get to break them. It's just that we get to reconnect to them, realign with them. And I think last week we were talking about setting ourselves up to win, and setting ourselves up to be able to really optimize the beginning of the new year, to put structures in place to do that. And I I did that, which I'm really pleased about. Believe it or not, I spent a bunch of time putting together a to-do list, a way to track my to-dos. And in Airtable, if you're not familiar with Airtable, it's a really cool application it's an online database. And Dido Clark, who is one of our foundational Enlightened World Network people, really encouraged me. Her fascination and interest with Airtable really encouraged me to dig into it. So I created this whole to-do thing, and I got my bookkeeping in order, and I just sort of got organized, made some steps to ensure that the new year would bring take some steps that supported me in fulfilling some of my intentions for the new year. And you know what? It occurs to me there. Hi, Gia. Welcome. Happy New Year to you. What a great way to start out the new year with you. I'm so excited. So we're talking about re-entry and getting back to daily life after the holidays. And some of us may have had the same continuing experience of daily life throughout the holidays, while some of us didn't. And hello, Hope. Welcome. It was a beautiful prayer circle yesterday. So I'm so glad you brought that up, Hope. It's great to have you here with us. Our dear Dr. Ruth Anderson, who founded Enlightened World Network and all of its other manifestations, EWN, One with the Earth, Enlightened World Living, and so much more. Her house burned down in the Colorado fires last week. And Dr. Ruth has deep and constant communication with the angels. And throughout this whole experience, Archangel Michael was close at hand for her. And she and her family were on vacation, and Dido was babysitting or house sitting and babysitting their animals. And Dido ended up having to evacuate the animals, and Dr. Ruth and her family were traveling back home, and on the news saw their house burning down, and it was leveled to the ground. And so we had a prayer circle yesterday for a number of the folks who are very connected with Enlightened World Network, and it was broadcast on Facebook, and sending love and prayers to Dr. Ruth and another close family, and to all those who lost their homes and whose lives have been uprooted by the fires in Colorado. And there is a fund. I don't know if there's anybody watching right now who has the link for Dr. Ruth's fund to raise money to support them and assist them. I'm just looking to see if I can get access to the site. I had been there yesterday. I'm just going to see if I can find it, where we can make donations. We're also talking about how we can create donations of things, because they don't have winter clothes. I guess where they went on vacation, it was warmer. So I'm just digging through to see if I can find this link to share with you guys. If you can see your way to make donation, whatever the donation is. I mean, even if it's a nominal donation. I'm just looking to see if I can find it. Be patient with me here. It's from yesterday. Okay, let's see if I can find this. here we go. I found a link. So here's where you can make donations, and stay tuned for more information. Oh, you did it, Hope. Thank you. That was awesome. Thank you so much. I was busy looking elsewhere. I was looking online to see if I could find it, and you just jumped in and provided it. So thank you so much for that help, Hope. That's the link to be able to make donations. And anyway, I just want to share that in the face of this tragedy and incredible loss, I heard from Dr. Ruth, and she said that that her family has found a new home, has found a new house, and they'll be able to move in toward, I guess, around the 19th of January. So, I mean, that's a miracle, because there are so many people in Colorado who have been displaced by these fires. I think I heard 32,000 people. And to be able to find a house, to be able to find a home in that kind of market, in that kind of craziness, it's nothing short of a miracle as far as I can tell. So that's a really, really hopeful sign. And Dr. Ruth Anderson is probably the most grounded and connected person I know. She takes all her guidance from the angels. That's where the whole Enlightened World Network came from. She's so committed, so dedicated, so generous in heart and spirit that I can't tell you how happy I am to know that in the face of all of this profound loss, that that she and her family are moving forward in a very, very positive way as they try to reconstruct or to build anew their lives. So anyway, I so appreciate you bringing that up, Hope. Thank you. The prayer circle. I'm sure you can see the replay on Facebook if you guys want to watch it. So again, let's look at reentry. What does it look like for you? Did you unplug? Did you kind of create a separation of yourself from the day-to-day everything over the holiday to enable you to come to kind of reboot? I know that many of our lives, probably all of our lives, are incredibly rich with obligations, responsibilities, commitments, activities, all that kind of stuff. But I'm hoping that you took the opportunity to allow yourself that even if it's artificial, that break, that space to be able to like put a bow on the past year and to open the possibilities for this year. And I wonder what is different for you in starting this new year. What is, for me, in my coaching practice, I do 3 months on and 1 month off. And the 1 month off is intended for me to be able to get some space, recover, recoup, but also to put my attention on other projects that I'm engaged in. And it's interesting for me because, January, I'm starting the new year here with my 1 month off of the coaching. And so what that means for me is I'm stepping into a month that is way less structured, right? Because with my coaching practice, I have clients that are scheduled, and I have more of a structure to my time and the way I'm spending my energy. And so now it's more of an unstructured time. And what I've noticed is that I have spent some attention to developing some structures to be able to work into. And that's always an iffy kind of thing for me, because if I give myself too much structure, I just rebel and do nothing. So, but if I don't have any structure, then I feel somewhat aimless. So it's an interesting balance to find. And I'm wondering what you guys are doing to bring yourselves into this new year. Are you marking it as an event, that it's a new year? Are you using it to provide new energy to your activities? um I I think when we take the opportunity, and New Year's is a great time to do it, because it's sort of a more of a collective consciousness kind of activity to set intentions for the new year. I wonder how many of you have done that formally, like written it down. I'll confess I have not written it down, although today I think I may. I think I may like start the new year with the declarations and intentions for what I'm looking to manifest this year. And one of those things, certainly for me anyway, and I imagine I'm gonna imagine it is for you as well, is health. And I don't mean that just personally, I mean it globally. That we get to move beyond the collective craziness that has surrounded so much of our attention and our lives, and impacted our lives in so many ways, that may lift. And I don't know if it will. I don't know if it will. I don't know what it looks like, but I know for me, my intention is to be freer in regard to all of that. And I'm wondering, what it's really interesting to me, the hopefulness that can arise with a new year. It's like the sense of less bridled, if not unbridled, at least less bridled possibility for a new year. What did we accomplish? What did we experience? How did we grow in this past year? And what might we bring forward in this new year? What does it look like? What does it look like to be re-entering? I mean, there may be a number of us that look at, oh, here I am going back to the grind. And if that's the case, I invite you to use this opportunity to look at intentions for what's possible in this coming year. What if you feel like you're going back to the old grind? Let's look at what would shift that for you. What else might be possible? What else could you explore? How might you transform that situation? So Hope says the anticipation of what it might hold, the new year. Exactly. So because we know that life is not, I mean, there are aspects of life that are somewhat predictable with some reliability, but really we don't know what's going to happen. And we have the opportunity to, through our intentions, as we maintain those intentions, we have the opportunity to create remarkable things, and experiences and transformation and growth and possibility. And so in this moment at the beginning of 2022, it feels like, despite whatever the indications are in the world, it feels like there might be, well, there's always the opportunity for unbridled possibility, right? And so I encourage us all to find one one dream, one vision, one intention that you would like to hold in your heart as a constant, and to bring that forth? What does that look like? What does it look like to expand into the possibilities that you might have been afraid to dream previously? It doesn't mean it has to come to fruition in this next 360 some day block, but it can be the beginning of something as well. It can be the moving forward in a vision, moving forward in an intention. So let this be the year. Good morning, Elaine. So good to have you here with us. Elaine says, blissful blessings, lovely ones. Welcome. It's great to have you here. We're looking at re-entry and entry into the new year. Are we going back into the same old, or are we committed to and intending a different experience, a more expansive and enlivening experience as we step into the new year? We can imagine it crossing a threshold into new possibility and utilizing that context to create momentum for our vision and our dreams. So and to make this world the world that we dream of living in. So maybe new connections, new friendships. One of the things that I noticed as the year was closing out is that I made connection with some people that I really want to be more engaged with. And I'm looking forward to that, creating a even deeper circle of friends that are held close in my heart. I think I wonder what are the things, when hope, you say anticipation of what the year might hold. Are there any things on the horizon that you might be eyeing to say, okay, this is the time now, this is the year that I'm stepping into that. I'm stepping into that beingness. I'm stepping into expressing those aspects of myself more fully. Stepping into richer relationships or deeper self-care, or a more expression of my authentic voice. What are the things that are there for you in your heart and soul that you are invoking in this new year? I'm just curious. And how have you re-entered, today being the first business day of the new year? How are you, well, for many of us, I guess the official business day of the new year, what's it like? What's it look like? What's different? What are you shifting in yourself, if anything? What possibility can we generate for ourselves that opens up new opportunities? I think with our intention, powered by the exhilaration and exuberance of something new, I think we can create all kinds of magical shifts and transformations in ourselves and in our world. So so Dido, hi Dido, so good to have you chime in. So Dido is in Colorado. Dido says, one good thing that has come out of the fire is that long lost friends from England reached out to me to see if I was okay. One of my intentions for 2022 is to reconnect to those people. Oh, that's so fabulous, Dido. That's really wonderful. Beautiful, beautiful. And so you say something there that I don't want to skirt over, that here the fires in Colorado, whenever tragedy strikes, you know, there are people that there are possibilities, you know, the parts of us that want to be able to be in support, that want to be able to help, that have concern for other people's well-being. You know, it can be a time of reconnection. It can be a time of profound support and generosity. And that's one of the beautiful things that can come out of such disruption and tragedy. So Hope says all of the above, but most importantly, a willingness to not let procrastination rule my life. Good, and you're starting on that today, right? Not tomorrow. Sorry, I had to just a little tongue in cheek. So procrastination is an interesting thing, and I want to just say that one of the reasons that many of us procrastinate about a lot of things is that we commit to things that we're not aligned with, that we commit to things that we're not committed to, and so we keep putting them off and putting them off and putting them off. So I invite you, if there are issues around procrastination for things that you think you should do, but that you're not committed to. I know that there are things that we need, that must be done. There are things that must be done, but oftentimes we commit to things that we're really not aligned with. So I invite you to give yourself permission to readjust your commitments. And there are those things that you feel like maybe you should do, but you just keep putting them off. Maybe you get to check them off your list and just, or eliminate them from the list, and just let it be until you're moved. So I think that maybe we get to create this as a year of alignment. That would be my greatest invitation, is that we move in the world from a place of presence and alignment, and that we make commitments from a place of alignment, that we speak and act from a place of alignment. And then when we notice that we've kind of gotten misaligned or disaligned, that we bring ourselves back. And if we are able to do that, if we do that individually and collectively, the world will change. 100%, the world will change. Because if we only do, if we spend our energy and attention and intention in the arenas where we're aligned, we're going to be a lot happier. The people around us are going to be a lot happier. We'll be more authentic in our expression, and things will flow. The whole energy of being will shift. At least that's my hypothesis, and I hope to test it. I hope to test it, and I hope that we get to test it collectively to see what it is like to be living and communicating and connecting and working from a place of alignment. So with that, welcome to 2022. I wish you a remarkable year of miraculous surprises, transformational change, grace in making that change, and lots of joy and love and connection. And I just want to express my gratitude to you and my appreciation for you and your engagement here and in life, who you are as you show up in life. And I want to say what a privilege it is to be able to spend the time, this time with you. And it means so much. And before we sign off for the morning, for any of those of you who are not aware of the fires that have been in Colorado, our dear Dr. Ruth, who is the founder and the mastermind and the energy behind Enlightened World Network's house burned down last week. And we have a fund for people who want to contribute to the family, to support them in getting their lives back together. Right now, they don't have warm clothes. They lost everything in the fire. So I'm just going to post that link again. If you want to, if you can find your way clear to make a donation, no matter what size, that would be amazing. And Elaine says, truly lovely, kindly grateful care for oneself moving forward in the now through acceptance of all that was and is. So let me read it one more time. Truly, lovingly, kindly, grateful care for oneself, moving forward in the now through acceptance of all that was and is. Thank you so much for that, Elaine. And Gia says, love to be here with you any day. Love your energy. Best wishes for the family. My prayers and love and healing energy. So I'm sure our prayers and our love is deeply, deeply appreciated. Welcome, Crystal. So good to have you here with us. And our prayers and our love makes a difference. It really, truly does. So let's bring that into the new year with alignment, lots of love, and mindful presence. So with that, I'm Mira Rubin. This is the Core Connection. I go live here each weekday morning at 9 a.m. Eastern on the Enlightened World Network Facebook page. It is my pleasure and privilege to be with you. And until next time, lots and lots.